We are live, quite in the studio, quite on the set. Exciting show today.
Yeah.
A lot to talk about. I'm here with
I don't have
Omar.
I don't have the chat.
Mike appears to be working good, so that's some progress. I still look like Rudolph, you do not have to adjust your monitor,
Let's
settings.
sing it. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
I literally just woke up yesterday and it was bright and red. It's been nothing but nose jokes nonstop. And as much as I want to talk about some serious stuff today, let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
And I don't have any like studio makeup like to put on. I don't think I would. I think I just embrace it.
Yeah, soon. We just don't want to find you in the makeup.
They did give me some alcoholic thing. Or not like drink like they normally do, but some alcoholic wipes so I can like dry it out and figure it. I'm not sure if what exactly is going on. I like it says Soul Zit or something like that.
Good evening, SD.
Good times.
Kitson.
Good times when you wake up.
SPD Kitson. Good evening.
Yes.
It must be nighttime where you're at.
Yeah.
You're in England?
Europe or Asia or somewhere.
Middle of the day over here and it's hot.
Yeah, it is very hot right now. So enough about the weather or the time of day. So yesterday there was a coin flex did a freeze. Did you pull up that article, Tanya, on the other screen? Oh, here, I'll let you. You want to handle
coin flex, you said?
Yeah. Oh, UK, cool. Welcome, SBD from the UK.
Oh,
so CoinFlex halted withdrawals, and it seems like every couple days there's a new crypto lender that's having some insolvency or troubles. That's actually, I want to talk about that because there's a little fear around it. You know, why is this happening? Uncertainty, unknown, all that kind of good stuff. And the reality is that, the lenders are being affected greatly because what they're doing is for collateral of their loans. I don't know if that's actually on the screen or not.
Move it to the top.
Yeah, move
Up, straight up.
She's Tanya's actually working in the background right now, doing some things. Omar's got a keyboard out.
You got to swipe up. Move it into the screen and swipe
up. There's a reason why the crypto lenders all seem to be struggling. Okay. Wow, that's really bright. It's really like a liquidity issue. It's because a lot of the lenders, they take in things on collateral. They don't keep enough reserves to pay people out. It's just bad business practices. And some of when in the industry, when everything's good and flourishing, weaknesses are hidden. When things get tighter and restrictive, one of the guys said, when the tide goes out, everything's revealed. Yeah. So you see who's swimming with no swimsuit on when the tide goes out. And some of these places, whether they've loaned out, they're over leveraged in certain ways. It's very transparent that they're not doing the best, business behind the scenes, and they're left naked, and they're standing there. It doesn't look very pretty, and because of that, they don't. The demand for withdrawals. Some of them are what they're doing is they're saying, okay, you can take out money, but you can't take out as much as you used to because it's their way to throttle the withdrawals because they can't handle everything. They can handle some, like usually, like, oh, well, we can cover this, but if at this rate of withdrawals, they'll go absolutely, there's not enough money to cover it.
Yeah, regular banks would react the same way.
Yeah. If you've ever heard the expression "run at the bank," where everyone tries to go withdraw their money from the bank at the same time, in almost any scenario, if everyone's doing the same behavior, no matter what institution it is, they're in bad situation. You're seeing it expressed in crypto right now, just because they're basically, maybe even not as liquid as some of the banks, and what they're doing with money, honestly. So when people take in money, they can either put it under a mattress, which is what they don't do, or they can then take that money and loan it out so they don't even have it, and then they make more money off of that. So they take your money and then they loan it out to someone else. And so some of these places, like, I guess there was one the other day where they owed the magic number $666 million they loaned out, and they're like, hey, this Three Arrows place owes us like, over $500 million. So we have to, we go into panic mode because now they're not paying us, so therefore we can't pay you. And it just kind of like, I don't know if it's musical chairs, best way to describe it, or a shell game where you lift the things up and only one of the shells actually has something underneath it. But regardless, there's not as much liquidity in the industry to cash everybody out as they think. And so the question is, what do we do with this info? Right? How do you protect yourself? How do you make sure that if you're in crypto, which I love crypto, even if there's bad players like that, how do you avoid them? And how do you make sure that you're protected against people doing, whether they're doing bad business or whether they're just kind of caught with their pants down in a bad moment? I'll leave that up to you guys, but how do you make sure that doesn't negatively impact your life? Is you got to make sure that you have your money in things that you believe in, that if you need funds, you have pathways to get those funds for other things. Most people, I guess some people put money in, take it out as they need to pay bills, but most people put money in that they don't need immediately, so it's not going to make or break them. They don't need to rush to withdraw from their crypto so that they can pay them rent. But I suppose there's people that need to do that too, and it's not the way I would invest, but as long as you have nice pathways that are proven to get your money in and out of crypto, or your I guess money, whether it's cryptocurrency or whether it's fiat currency, it's all money. Whether you get your money in and out of crypto to pay PG&E or whatever, for electricity or rent or food or things like that, there is multiple pathways, and there's not just one. There's a lot of people will go through the what they call the stable coins. So you got your Tether, your USDC, if you're in Binance, the BUSD. So you can convert whatever crypto you have into a stable coin, and then those stable coins usually have pretty direct off ramps back to fiat. So that's a pretty good way to go. A lot of people don't even know what a stable coin is. I say that as if people know, and I know that USDT, the one that was the Terra Luna one, was supposed to be a stable coin, and it wasn't a backed stable coin though. It was an algorithmic one. So what's an algorithmic stablecoin? Well, it's not a direct peg. It uses fancy algorithms to try to maintain its peg, and which I'm not against using algorithms or things like that, but in some ways, if you're pegging to something, you're saying I'm going to stay at this price. I like the idea of having liquidity behind it. So if you give them $1, they keep most of that dollar on reserve, and that way it helps peg it because it's backed by something. And then when you want to cash out, they have your dollar still. They can give your dollar back to you. Well, there's some I've heard it reported that USDT, which is the number one paired stablecoin, it's by market cap, it's number one. It's also the one that I believe has the least backing, the least liquidity. They've said as little as 2.9%. So I'm not giving investment advice, but I might look to one that has higher backing and liquidity as a way to safeguard. So, and I think both USDC and maybe BUSD both have over 90%. One of those, I forget which one, has 96%, where they keep 96 cents for every dollar they take in. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
If you have to be, so that at least 96% of people that go in, and if they, 96% of people could go and try to cash out, and they actually could cash out.
Yeah.
So those are concepts where I don't know where you learn this stuff. There's a whole bunch of places to learn.
Yeah.
And we want to put more info out, and maybe we'll chop this stuff up and put it as a little what is stable coins or something. But liquidity is an incredibly important thing. So our coin has 20% liquidity. We have an ever-growing pool of 20% liquidity. For a non-pegged coin, that's pretty good. There's some that are more. There's many, many, many that are far less. Some, like, I think Luna had near zero. Like the USDT, the one that went to kaput, they had no liquidity. It was all just it was Fugazi. It was all just algorithmic magic that tried to back it, and then that begs the question: well, where did the money go? But that's for another video, I suppose.
Yeah.
So when it comes to when you see on the news and people are forwarding articles or things like that, and you see a lot of the crypto lenders that are halting withdrawals, understand it's that their liquid capital that backs for if people want to transition back to fiat is low. They can't handle it. They probably should be keeping more. They should lend out less because they take it in, and because people are giving them money, or they're trading assets. And if those assets are going down, then they have less backing. So you need to make sure that you're dealing with institutions that are as a customer, that they're trading your money right, that they're doing better business, that they're not lending out and over leveraging themselves, and that's where ultimately the market is going to do a way better job of choosing. Like, I'm fine. People are like, oh, we don't want people to go belly up. No, we really kind of do. And yeah, if you're treating your money like it's not important to you, whether you invest in crypto or anything else, then yeah, people aren't going to care for it any more than you do. And a lot of these institutions that need to go belly up, they're unfortunately it's like survival of the fittest. A lot of them need to go away to make room for those. The ones that are doing good business should survive, and the ones that are doing bad business need to go away. That's a wonderful thing for the industry. That's how you strengthen it, not how you by letting these things slide and just linger on. Ultimately, it won't lead to a stronger industry. It'll just dilute and let bad businesses flourish when they should go the way of the dodo. So I wanted to talk about that just a little bit. I also wanted to talk about I saw some questions in the Telegram. So if you're not on our Telegram and you're watching, get in the Telegram. There's a lot of good info in there. Some stuff that I don't cover in the live streams. There's also the community is actually, just phenomenal at answering questions on things. They can steer you towards the good information. They are pursuing truth above all else. I'm really happy with our community. It's grown from the ground up. It's still growing, and just amazing group of people that are involved so far. We're extremely happy.
It's really nice to see people supporting you when you start something. It's just us, and now I read some of the telegrams, and there's a lot of people on there just really backing us up.
Yeah, we appreciate that support. It makes it much easier. Like, we're trying to not only do something different with the coin and with some of the features and some of the like our DApp and but also getting facing front without a lot of the anonymity that other coins. I think people hide behind it. So whether they do it because they've made amazing money, or whether they do it because they're just, some people aren't, they're a little shyer or things like that. I think it's important, whether it's us directly facing or whether we have staff facing. Like, we want to set the standard, and every legitimate coin out there should be should be customer facing. They should be investor facing, so they're able to at least be in front of you guys talking to you about what we're doing, what our game plan is, how we're pushing it forward every single day. It matters every single day, and how we're making it count. Some of the questions on Telegram today that I saw that kind of like really stood out were directly in regards to the potential with replacing MasterCard and Visa, and I don't want to. I think it's too aggressive to say that we're going to replace directly institutions like that overnight. That is what we're looking to build is an alternate pathway to transactions.
Another choice. Give people a choice.
Give people options, because it's really and then whatever options end up the most viable for different scenarios is going to be what thrives. So right now, whenever there's, I don't want to call it a monopoly, but it's really like you pull out a card of a payment method, 99% of them are MasterCard or Visa.
MasterCard, Visa.
Giving people other options and using technology that didn't exist when MasterCard and Visa came out is, I think, a wonderful thing. And I think that people like choices, and especially if we might not be best for every scenario, and I'm fine with that. Like it might be better to just pay with your Visa or something. But for the scenarios where we are going to excel, the only way to reveal those is by building that use case, by developing it and seeing where kind of where the rubber meets the road. Like, oh, it really does good with this. Here's our growth area. We can move forward and really embolden that and strengthen that area. So for now, we're building it as another pathway where fiat currency can get transitioned into crypto once it's in our coin, where that coin can be spent on our anywhere in our network. Starts off like we've been working hard to develop every aspect of that, and it will be coming to fruition very soon. The other thing, which is a subset of that, is we're doing a direct buy option off our website. That's going to be very soon. We'll hopefully without any delay, sometime next week. Is that too ambitious?
We're that close.
Yeah. So the reason Omar is sitting and on the site he's Lawrence, but he always goes by Omar. So whenever
Omar's my middle name, everybody calls me Omar.
Everyone calls him Omar.
Everybody.
So the reason why Omar is sitting with me is their team has been working diligently to get that done, putting in the hard work. It is close. Functionality wise, it's pretty much there. Now it's just about cosmetics and user interaction, so that it's something that is friendly to use, and it's got that kind of that polish to it. So that's all they're working on now. You'll see it pop up the top of our web page. Even if you already own, spend a little bit and if you want, and test it out and check it out. Especially, it's something that is going to make it so that mom and dad or cousin Joey that has never purchased crypto before, where it becomes more of a one-click feature where it makes it incredibly easy for them. So we think that's going to be important, because onboarding new lifeblood to crypto is something we want to do. We want to absolutely make it so that it's, I don't want to say dumbed down, because people that are going to be using this aren't necessarily, it's not that they're dumb.
Yeah,
they're not cryptomaniacs like us.
They don't want to go through the hoops that you have to jump through to make a simple purchase.
I got to set up a MetaMask. I got to do this. I got to go to Pancake Swap. I got to import the address. I got to then I got to go to MetaMask, and I got to set it up for Binance Smart Chain mainnet and all these things. There's a lot of little steps that make it so it's harder for people who aren't as it's because you put leave it. That's better for the lighting. There's a screen above, and it's casting like this white thing, and Honestly, I think it made my nose look even redder than it is. So I prefer this.
Yeah.
But ease of access, you're absolutely
Dirty
right.
Penguin,
Yeah,
that's one thing.
That's something that we're gonna be doing and focusing on heavily. Ease of access. When we develop this, and as we've developed the Anubit storefront, or what we're calling the payment gateway, ease of access for both on the user side will be we're going to be lending on a lot of what we're building for the buy button that we've developed for that. And then on the venue side, that's going to be just as easy for them to receive and for a user to transfer that crypto payment to the venue to pay for goods and services.
Mm-hmm.
So both sides of that equation we're going for the simplest path. It will be flowing through, as of this point, it's kind of on the back end, it's invisible to the user, but it does flow through Pancake Swap
Through
V2.
Pancake Swap,
So it is going to, we're not bypassing some of them things that help increase or decrease price prospectively. So when this happens on the back end invisibly, it pushes through that, and you're going to see the price with all the users flowing through there. You're going to see the price go nuts. It is going to go nuts on all of our. I'm not wrong on projections. I've got it pegged pretty solid right now at $5. That's where we were wanted to be.
It's not
really.
an accident.
It's not an accident. You're going to see our price go nuts. And some of you are like, how high is it going to go? I would be incredibly surprised if it doesn't go over $100 very quickly when that use case happens and we start onboarding the venues, just from the sheer traffic volume flowing through Anubit and the adoption. The other thing we're going to be doing it's like a snowball going off a hill, is we're going to be catching a lot of attention and publicity with it, and that traction breeds traction. So if you're like, hey, it's kind of flatlined right now, and it's not having a lot of growth, first off, a lot of the exchange paperwork is starting to come through. Those things, it's not an instant process, especially some of the big things we're getting in. So all that, what you're going to see is like a tsunami kind of all hit at once. Yeah. So if you're like, man, I wish it was $7. No, you don't. Not right now. Mm-hmm. Because if you want to buy more, you want to buy it right now at $5. You don't want it. You don't want us to push it up to $10 right now. We could have it $10. It just means that you're getting half the coin for when we're about to surge. Mm-hmm. And so right now, if you're looking at onboarding friends, family, otherwise, get them in right now. Not investment advice, but now would be the time before these things start. These light switches are going to flip on really soon, and I didn't want them all to kind of hit at the same time, but they're going to be back to back to back. So buckle up. Other than that, yeah. I mean, we're already, we started at 20 cents and we were at 25 times right now. That's really low. We're going to blow past 10 very quickly. Truth is, I think we could have it up to about 15 right now if we really wanted to. No problem. But it's $5 right now for this community. It is a gift, not a curse.
SPD Kitson is asking, once purchased through the website, where will the coins be held? Will it just be
right in your wallet?
Yeah, it'll be in your wallet, and will it be easy to cash out?
If you have an existing wallet, you can reference your existing MetaMask or otherwise. Mm-hmm. If you don't have a wallet for new-time buyers, it will auto-create one on the fly for them. Mm-hmm. If I'm understanding. Yeah. So it'll auto-create the wallet so you basically check a box. I have a wallet and here it is, or I need one, and it auto-creates one on the fly. It is held in people's personal wallets. It flows through the Pancake exchange invisibly on the back end, so it does have upward pressure on price. It is something that we're not licensing, we're not taking it, we are building it, mm-hmm. and it is the way it should be done. There's no airdrop associated with it. It is flowing through all the right ways, and it is going to be phenomenal. We're also building in a way that we can potentially sell that to other people to use as an option. I don't know whether we will or not, but we're building it in a way that it'll be more of a plug-in that we could license out, and we can figure out how we want to do that or if we want to do that.
Yeah, we do plan on making plugins and other utility for other languages, you know, like PHP, JavaScript, so they can implement it into their solutions, mobile solutions, and
We don't
websites.
just write in Solidity.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, our Solidity is fairly new to us, but we're very experienced with a lot of other languages.
So yeah, so that's kind of the skinny of what I wanted to go over. If you're seeing things as every couple days, these places are coming up with halting withdrawals and a lot of those things that people are throwing in your face. Oh, you're a crypto guy, so aren't you afraid or this or that? Listen, make sure it's fine. That stuff is going to be good for us in the long run. We want the people that are doing bad business need to go away. I just want our holders to insulate themselves from some of that fallout. I don't think it's going to affect us greatly, and I don't think that's naive because we are basically we can insulate ourselves. So, and we have all the tools. Like if something was going to affect our holders, this team here would move very quickly to find a way to make sure that whether let's say Binance collapses, like oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Well, we would do we would launch within a couple days on a new block, and we would airdrop all of our holders new tokens over there, and we just throw whatever liquidity is needed to get it kickstarted again over there and get everyone exactly where they're at and make everyone whole. That's what we would do. That's the way we do things. Our holders are going to be fine. Other projects, if you're in other things, I love the idea of diversification, but I also be weary of what other projects you're invested in during the shakeup that is crypto 2020. 2022, because make sure that you're in with projects you believe in, because there's going to be people that we want them to go away. Trust me, it's way too crowded with a bunch of trash. So reading, okay, just making sure I can fully explain to possible investors exactly how it's going to work. Wallet will be accessible through the website. Yeah, you'll be able to, if you have an existing wallet, I know MetaMask is the easiest one to work with.
And you could import that wallet into your MetaMask wallet if you just would prefer it that way.
So we can either use existing wallet or create it on the fly for them. That's all. And we're doing it. We're trying to do it as simple, one click. Whether it's next. We're still working out some of the usability, but our goal is to make it as one click as possible. But there's some options that they have to select on to choose their path, basically. But with that said, it's going to be easier than any other thing. They won't have to go to any other websites, not one other website, to make their complete purchase. So that's our goal, and we're really close. We're about a week out. Glad to see the positive information from the community and the team. Thank you. When I have bad info, listen, I'm no filter. So if there's bad info on things, I'm just going to spit it out and let the chips fall where they may. Everything's good info on our end. Everything's been positive. It's nothing but positive growth. We're more than happy with where we're at. If you're looking at the price right now and you're like, I wish it was going up so that the candle goes up, understand that it's this way for a reason, and Lola's got it pegged at about 5 right now. So when we're ready to soar with these things, get people in right now, because just the buy button alone, before we even get the rest of the utility going, or even coin market cap, I think is going to be happening sooner than later. That's coming on board. CoinGecko,
Yeah, that's our.
KuCoin, we've been in the process of getting Ku. All those things are going to.
We've done every song and dance possible.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
My legs hurt.
Yeah. The paperwork has been astounding. It's turning my nose red. So to light the way. But anyway, long story short, I'm gonna wrap it up now. We appreciate you guys coming in to the stream. Continue to push those other things. They do make a difference. So traction breeds traction. So If anyone hasn't gone to the Twitter or hasn't gone to TikTok or any of these other official channels, we have a Reddit now, I think. There's and we're going to be bringing on Facebook, Instagram, and Discord are all going to be coming online. We just brought in, I can't wait to, I think it's Monday or Tuesday, you'll be meeting. We just brought in I'll introduce her then, but to help out with some of the media and answering questions, and whether it's in front of camera or back end. We just absolutely lucked out, and we are feeling very
It's hard
lucky.
to find good talent.
Good talent, hard worker, and you guys are gonna like absolutely love who we're bringing into the team. So yeah, you're really gonna smile. But yeah, so that'll be starting next week. So yeah, Angelina is her name, and she's phenomenal. We've been bringing her up to speed on crypto. Can't just throw her into the deep end and watch her sink, but we're bringing her up to speed. What she's very proficient at is a lot of she's like savvy with all the Adobe stuff to for training videos, cut things up. She's big. She's on all the social media, and so she's proficient and stuff like that. Versus some of us old fogies, and so she's younger. Anyway, thank you guys. And any other questions, hit up Telegram or any of the other channels. Ask away. We try to read every single one. We can't respond to every single one because that's pretty much what we would do throughout the entire day. So bear with us. For those that are helping answer questions and things like that in the community and have stepped up, we are very appreciative. NFTs are coming. Swag is coming. All of that good stuff is coming.
Swag's going to look cool.
Yeah, we've got good product samples coming in. So some of the swag, you'll see us wearing it. We're going to make sure that you guys have accessibility. Here's the other thing. Our storefront that we're building for NFTs, you'll only be able to buy our NFTs with a new Bitcoin.
But you can use our buy button.
Yeah, you can use our buy button. So people will only be able to purchase our NFTs through a new Bitcoin, and you'll only be able to purchase our swag with a new Bitcoin. We won't be selling on any other site. We will not. It's all going to be going through our channel and only through our coin as the currency used. So we're really excited about that, and because we're doing that, it's all part of we're building the whole system on the back end anyway. Might as well use it for our own stuff too. So, all right, thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see if I can hit the right buttons here. Cursor's gone.